Who is the enigmatic being that shaped humanity's destiny in the grim darkness of the far future? The Emperor of mankind's origins are shrouded in mystery, but his impact on the galaxy is undeniable. Prepare to unravel the secrets of the Master of Mankind and discover the truth behind his ascension. The Emperor's story begins in ancient times, around 8000 BC in Anatolia. Born to mortal parents in a primitive Proto-Hittite village along the banks of the Sakarya River, the being who would become the Emperor was unlike any other. Some accounts claim he was the result of an ancient shamanic ritual, where thousands of psykers sacrificed themselves to create a new man capable of leading humanity. From an early age, the Emperor displayed immense psychic abilities, including the power to foresee the future and manipulate reality. This marked the beginning of his extraordinary journey to become humanity's guardian. As a young adolescent, the Emperor witnessed his father's murder at the hands of his uncle. In a chilling display of his growing powers, he calmly approached his uncle and stopped his heart with his psychic abilities, showing neither sorrow nor malice. This event crystallized his belief that humanity needed strong leadership and guidance to survive. Throughout human history, the Emperor watched and guided from the shadows, taking on various identities and influencing key events. Known as Neoth in ancient times, he sought to accelerate human evolution and unite the scattered perpetuals, immortal beings like himself. During this period, he encountered Erda, another powerful perpetual who would play a significant role in his plans. The Emperor's ultimate goal was to shepherd humanity towards a psychic awakening, believing this to be the key to the species' survival in a hostile universe. He traveled the world, gathering knowledge and power, and occasionally intervening in human affairs when he deemed it necessary. Some legends speak of him as great leaders and sages throughout history, though the truth of these claims remains uncertain. As humanity spread across the stars during the Dark Age of technology, the Emperor continued his work in secret. He visited the planet Molech, where he reportedly made a bargain with the Chaos Gods, gaining knowledge and power that would later allow him to create the Primarchs. This period saw humanity reach its technological zenith, with advanced technology and warp travel enabling the colonization of distant worlds. The Emperor observed humanity's progress with keen interest, recognizing both the potential and the dangers that lay ahead. He began to formulate his grand plan for humanity's future, knowing that the species would need his guidance to navigate the perils of the galaxy. The age of strife, marked by warp storms and the emergence of psykers, plunged the galaxy into chaos and isolated Terra from its colonies. Seeing humanity on the brink of extinction, the Emperor decided to reveal himself and take direct control. He emerged as a warlord on Terra, unifying the warring techno-barbarian tribes under his rule. This period, known as the Unification Wars, saw the Emperor display his full might, both martial and psychic. He created the Thunder Warriors, genetically enhanced soldiers who would be the precursors to the Space Marines, to aid in his conquest of Terra. The Emperor's actions during this time were often brutal and ruthless, but he saw them as necessary sacrifices for the greater good of humanity. He forged alliances with the Mechanicum of Mars, gaining access to their advanced technology and ensuring their loyalty to his cause. With Terra unified, the Emperor turned his attention to the stars. He began the Great Crusade, a massive campaign to reconquer humanity's lost colonies and unite them under the banner of the Imperium. To lead this crusade, he created his greatest works, the Primarchs. These 20 superhuman beings were intended to be the Emperor's generals and sons, each imbued with a portion of his power and designed to embody different aspects of his vision for humanity. However, the Chaos Gods, perhaps in retaliation for the Emperor's earlier bargain, scattered the infant Primarchs across the galaxy. Undeterred, the Emperor created the Space Marine Legions from the Primarchs' genetic material, each legion reflecting the unique traits of their gene sire. As the Great Crusade progressed, he gradually rediscovered his lost sons, each now a leader of their own world. The Emperor's dream of human unity seemed within reach. as world after world was brought into the Imperial fold. Throughout these events, the Emperor worked on his secret project, the Imperial Webway. This was to be humanity's salvation, a safe means of interstellar travel and communication that would free them from reliance on the dangerous warp. The Emperor believed that by mastering the Webway, humanity could sever its ties to chaos and ensure its survival in the face of the galaxy's many threats. However, the project was never completed, interrupted by the tragic events of the Horus Heresy. The Emperor's most favored son, Horus, fell to the corrupting influence of chaos and turned against his father, leading half of the Space Marine legions in a devastating civil war that would forever change the face of the Imperium. The Emperor's journey from a primitive village to the master of mankind is a tale of ambition, sacrifice, and the burden of foresight. His actions, both benevolent and ruthless, were all in service of humanity's survival. But was the cost too high? And what might have been if the heresy had never occurred? As we contemplate the Emperor's origins and his path to power, we must ask ourselves, was he truly humanity's savior, or did his actions ultimately doom the species he sought to protect? Craving more lore? Subscribe for more.